Hello students, how are you? I wish all of you will be healthy and safe. Myself Arun Kumar Verma, your computer teacher, welcomes to all the students in the new class, that is 11. So students, as you know, I teach computer science. So in 11th class, I'll also teach you computer science. Okay? In computer science, there will be 30 marks of practical exam and 70 marks of theory exam. So on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I'll provide the content to you session wise. So let's start from session 1. Okay, in session 1 you will learn introduction to programming language. So in this session you will learn what is programming language, how many types of programming languages are, and what are the merits and demerits of different programming language. Okay, so let's start. So what is programming language? A programming language is a computer language programmers use to develop software. So programming languages are used to develop software. Okay, so up to 10th class you are the computer user, but now you are the software creator. So from 11th class you have to think differently. You have to think about the problem as a creator, not as a user. Okay? So in simple words, a program is a set of instruction or commands. Okay, what is computer programming? So computer programming is the process of writing, testing, debugging, means find out the errors and removal of errors, and maintaining of a computer program. So this is the computer programming. Okay, in 11th class you have to write the program in Python. So what is computer programming? You have to write the program, you have to test the program, you have to debug the program, and you have to maintain the program also. Okay? Now you learn how many types of programming languages are. Mainly there are two types of programming languages, low level language and high level language. And there are two types of low level languages, machine language and assembly language. Okay? So low level language means this language is most understandable language used by computer. You should notice it. These type of languages are used by computer to perform its operation. It can be further categorized into machine language. So machine language are called first generation language. Okay? So machine language consists of a string, that is 0 and 1. So in machine language only two digits are used, 0 and 1, and it is only one language. The processor directly understands. Okay, machine language has an merits of very fast execution speed. Machine level language has very fast execution and efficient use of primary memory. Okay, so what are the merits of machine level language? It is directly understood by the processor, so faster execution time. Since the programs written in this language need not to be translated, because in this type of languages programs are written in directly 0 and 1, so there is no need of translator. Okay, doesn't need larger memory. There are some demerits also. It is very difficult to program using 1GL since all the instructions are to be represented by 0 and 1. So write a program in 0 and 1 is very difficult. So this is the demerit of machine level language. Use of things language makes programming time consuming, because it takes lot of time. That's why it makes making program time consuming. It is difficult to find error because everything is written in 0 and 1, so it will become difficult to find out the error. Okay, it can be used by experts only. Okay. So next type of machine level language is assembly language. So assembly language is little bit easier than machine level language, because here we use some mnemonics, some symbols like add, subtract, division, etc. The assembly language is also known as low level language because to design a program Programmers require detailed knowledge of hardware specification. If you are writing a program in assembly language, so in this case you have the knowledge of hardware specification, what type of memory is being used, what type of motherboard is being used, what type of registers are being used in the system. So this language uses mnemonic to like add for addition, SUB for subtraction, in place of 0 and 1s. The program is converted into machine code by assembler. Point to be noted: in machine level language there is no use of translator, but in assembly language you need a translator, that is assembler. The resulting program is referred as an object code. So this object code is translated by assembler in machine level language. Okay. So what are the merits of assembly level language? It makes programming easier than 1GL, that is low level machine level language, since it is used mnemonic code for programming like add and subtract. That's why it makes programming easier. It makes programming processor faster. Error can be identified much easily compared to first GL. Okay, it is easier to debug. You can easily identify error. That's why you can easily remove the error. Okay, in comparison to machine language. And what are the demerits of assembly level language? Programs written in this language is not directly understood by the computer, so translator should be used. So in this type of language you need a translator, that is called assembler. It is hardware dependent. Before programming in assembly language you should know about the hardware specification. Okay, so being machine dependent language, programs written in this language vary less or not portable. So these type of programs are very less and are not portable. Means you cannot port the program from one system to another. Okay, so programmers must know its mnemonic codes to perform any task. Okay, now the next one, second type of programming language is high level language. Nowadays the programs are written in high level language, not in low level languages. Okay, so instruction of this language closely resembles to human language. So programs written in high level language are very close to human language, just like English sentences. Okay, so the program, so writing the program in high level language is easier in comparison to low level language. It uses mathematical notations to perform the task. Okay, just like plus, minus, multiply, divide, etc., etc. Okay, the high level language is easier to learn because the instructions written in English language, so high level language is easier to learn. It requires less time to write and easier to maintain the errors. Okay, the high level languages is converted into machine language by one of the two different languages, translator programs of interpreter or compiler. If you write a program in high level language, then your code will be converted into machine level language by using interpreter or compiler. So what is the function of compiler? Compiler and interpreter. The interpreter finds the error or checks the codes line by line, and the compiler checks the program at once. In 9th class you have studied about it, function of interpreter and compiler. So I am not describing them in details. Okay, so C, C++, Java, Perl, PHP, Python are few examples of high level languages. So in 11th and 12th you will learn to write the programs in Python. Okay, so the whole year you will learn write the programs in Python. Okay, so what are the merits of high level languages? Because of their flexibility, procedural languages are, or we can call them procedural languages also, are able to solve a variety of problems. Programmer does not think in the term of computer architectures, as the programmer have to think in assembly language, which makes them focused on the problem. So here there is no need to think about the computer architecture, you have to think about the problem. Okay, programs written in this language are portable. Okay, so one program can be run in many machines, many operating systems. Okay, and what are the demerits? It is easier but needs higher processor and larger memory. Okay, it needs to be translated, therefore its execution time is more in comparison to low level language. So these are the demerits of high level languages. And one point you should note down, although many languages share similarities, but each has its own syntax. There are thousands of languages in the market, so each language has its own syntax. So once a programmer learns the language rules, you have to learn one language, and you should know what are the language rules, what the syntaxes are used, and what is the structure of that particular programming language. They write the source code in a text editor like Notepad. Then the programmer often compiles the code into machine language, and that can be understood by the computer. Okay, so if you want to be a computer programmer, then you have to learn at least one language. Okay, what is the working of the programmer? Programmer often compiles the code into machine language, and that can be understood by the programmer. So ultimately the source code is converted into machine level language. Okay, this machine level language is understood by the computer. So thank you students, enough for this class. Have a nice day. Be healthy, be safe.